Hello, everyone. As everyone will know, we're in the middle of the Firebreak here in Wales, and we're really grateful for everything that people are doing to make sure that we can manage to get the R number down, to keep people as safe as possible, reduce deaths, and make sure that the NHS isn't overloaded here in Wales. As promised, the Firebreak will end on Monday next week, Monday the 9th of November, and at that point, the rules will change. So just for everyone to be aware of what the principal rules are, they will mean that at home, including in the garden, people will only be able to meet others from their extended household. That's one extended household. So that's two households coming together to make one extended one. In other places, 4 people can meet indoors or outdoors, except where more than 4 people from the same household are together. So just to explain that more simply, if you live with a group of people, then all of you can go out and eat together. If you live with 5 or 6 people, that's fine. If you're going to meet people outside of your household, then 4 of you can meet together in a regulated setting. So that's a cafe or a bar or a restaurant where there's a responsible person in charge, and you will be asked for all of your individual details for test, trace and protect, so that we can make sure that if there is a case, we can find you quickly and tell you what to do. So that's to enable people to have a bit more of a normal life, but still to keep us all safe so that we can trace contacts in order to be able to tell people who are in contact with somebody with COVID to be able to do the right thing. Also, up to 15 people will be able to take part in an organised indoor activity and up to 30 in an organised outdoor activity. And by organised, we mean a proper class, so a yoga class or an art class or a meeting in a community centre. We don't mean just 15 of you getting together and saying it's an organised meeting. Again, we're in the middle of a coronavirus pandemic, and we are desperately trying to make sure that people stay safe but have as best a life as they possibly can in the trying circumstances we're all facing. Schools will all reopen in full from next Monday, and business premises which have been shut since October the 29th will all be able to reopen on November the 9th as well. In addition to the numbers of things that we're saying that people can do and should do, we're also saying that there are some duties that we all should step up to. The first one is that it's now an offence in Wales to not give the right information to a test, trace and protect team. So if you're asked for your details in the establishment that you're visiting and you put down the wrong details, that will now be a criminal offence. We absolutely need to be able to trace people and ensure that they're given the right information if they're in contact with the virus. And the other thing is that if your employer is asking you to come into work if you've got symptoms or you've been asked to self-isolate, that is now an offence. So if your employer is putting you under those difficult circumstances, then you should report that to your local police or to your local environmental health team, because we want to make sure that people are enabled to self-isolate if they need to. We'll also be arranging for a £500 payment for people in self-isolation if they're on particular benefits or low paid. Follow all the right rules and regulations. Also think about what they're doing and stay safe. And lastly, really importantly, there are no travel restrictions inside Wales, but during the month-down lockdown in England across our border, travel is not permitted outside Wales without a reasonable excuse. So those are things like to work or to study or to attend a medical appointment. These regulations are absolutely essential if we're all to have the kinds of Christmas that we want and to be able to live as best the life as we can while keeping us all safe. There are a set of frequently asked questions on the Welsh Government website to have a look at if you want more detail. And of course, if you've got any specific problem, do contact me as always.